Okay, now it's recording. It wasn't before. So we'll drain the oil because we're going to get rid of all the fluids here. And we've just noticed a split up there. Can you point to it, Joel?
Yes, right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Let me get under there.
Right here.
Flash the light the other way. It's right in the camera. Just turn that light the other way. Yeah, the one, that's it, yeah.
There's a split.
Oh, yeah. What would have caused that? We heard some real weird crunching while the gears were going, but I don't think they were touching the... that's where the flywheel is. Anyway, we'll soon find out. Some of these old cars, I don't know about the Valiants, but the old Holdens, they would have a tiny hole and some really small hole so that would actually drain oil like a drop. It would fall out of the sump plug. Out of the sump, I mean. And that's how you could tell that the engine had oil. Like a pinhole. You know what, we heard this, the engine knocks when it runs, but I just want to make sure that it's not the flywheel or something smacking the bottom of this pan that's caused that split. So we're going to run the car for about 5-10 seconds, Joel.
Yep.
Now that we've taken all the oil out, it's probably not a good idea, but let's just quick run. Make sure it's out of gear, I think it is. Just go in there, put your foot in the clutch anyway. Oh, is the battery connected?
Oh, no, it's not.
Right, hang on. We're not going to go anywhere with that battery. Okay, so we've got the sump cover off from the bottom of the flywheel and clutch there. So I just want to know if that's been knocking, if the knocking noise now goes away, because that cover is off. So let's just fire it up, Joel, just very quickly. Okay. No, we still got a knock, so that's, yeah. I've still got a feeling it's the, possibly conrod bearings. Oh, hang on.
You can hold it if you want.
Okay, that's right. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's keep going. Keep going up. Eventually we're going to have to come out, so let's go up a little bit more. Can I hold it there? Might have actually, yeah, I'll have to just come down, yeah, just a fraction, John. Just a fraction. All we're trying to do is get the top of the bar below the bonnet. So we all slope. That's empty. Right, let's come back. Let's put it yeah, mate. You go, okay. Just watch the ground point. So what I can do is latch. So what I might do is we come down here, this way, the dressing room, up there front. Stop that way. Okay, let's go back around. Once you've got about another, let's say 5 inches in height to go, we're not going to get out of there. But if you go up just this side, step back, so pull back. Pull back. Now go through. Okay. Pull back. Can you go back a little? Yep, go ahead. No, go the rest. Just go up a bit. You should go the way. Okay. Go. 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 Two more. And that's probably good. Let's get the line.
Weight reduction.
Is that recording? Is that stopped?
Yeah, it's recording.
There we go. So she's out. So now we've got to get some bolts, and here's the... Oh, where are they? What was it? These bolts that go into the back of the block here. So we're going to have to go to Bunnings and get some long bolts to go through the engine stand so I can bolt this on. And it's too big. That's the one. So there you go. I've done that, and you can take those 4 bolts out. So 4 of those bolts. See how much material is left on this thing. Some nice redback eggs. I've sprayed them. I've only seen one redback on the car. I was only 3, was it? 3. Okay. I thought there'd be 4. Let's see how much material's left. Bring it out here. Doesn't look too bad. That looks kind of new. So you've got material there that's the rivets are below the material. And when they're worn, the rivets are almost level. Material, but that looks like a new pressure plate. This has just been recently fitted. Okay, so the clutch plate is good. Now we need to get this flywheel off. Yeah, looks like I bought the wrong size socket. Let me just mark it, so you can just hang on to that. Around here. 1. Stop the engine from moving. 2. 3. And when we get that off, I'll put 3 marks behind it, so we know that was in, because it's probably balanced in that position. And one of those 3 dots that I did was right there. Oh. About that bottom hole. So now let's put the flywheel back here. Three dots. There we go. So that lines up with that. Alright, so we're just cleaning down the block now because we're going to paint this thing up. And I'm just recording these numbers. And there's our engine number. Just upside down. Got to take that mount off. So if you just get a short extension, Joel, and we'll buzz these 2 bolts off to get the mount off. That's the socket. Oh, and then we've got the mount. This side's a different style. Okay. And as you can see from, this is a new hose that I put on here, this for the lower radiator hose. You can see that cut in there. It was just riding right against the belt that went around there. So we've got to figure out something there when we put the next one back on. So let's get that water pump off. Okay, let's see if you can pull him off. Nice and tight on there. Let's probably got gasket goos, make sure all the bolts are out. Yeah, we'll just get a rubber mallet, catch him, just hold it by the impeller there. Actually, you might have to just hold it by the hose. And there he goes. Take him off. Hang on, I've got the caught up on the fuel line, so it just comes straight down. Let's look inside there. Let's have a look inside the pump. It doesn't look too bad. Anyway, that's the pump off. Okay, so we're going to release the rocker arms evenly. That's it. Next one. That's it. Come back on the outside. Over here. Just not all the way, just a little bit. Bit more. That's it. Come back. Back opposite side. That's it. Over here. Come back to the center. And this should all be loose now. Just don't take them all the way out because we don't want to shift or lose these washers. Just as long as we can now take it out. And yeah, okay, you grab one end and lift. a bolt still in there, is there? Okay, now grab it by the centre. Try not to lose any of those bolts. Just put it inside the rocker cover all together like that. Now we've got our push rods, just pull them out. We don't have to worry about putting these in order. And that one, throw them in the rocker cover. So that's the head off. And I've got to say, this looks like it's fairly new, to be honest. Those pistons look really, really good. That's just a bit of coolant, I think, from when we took the head off that dripped in there. The head looks like it's been machined not long ago. So the plot thickens, so anyway, we'll once we get to the bottom end, you can see if we've got any sort of slack in the bearing side of the connecting rods. And here's the head. Again, this looks like it's just been resurfaced not too long ago. Now the only thing is, looks like some stains inside here. So where coolant has been getting in, because that's actually stained in there. They're not drops. So anyway.
Smells good.
Does it? Oh no,
Got gas.
we're out of gas. Alright, let's hope they got kind of. Alright, so we finally got him loose with a bit of heat. It was a bit of effort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, you can keep on doing it now with that one. I'm just having a look at the at this head. Even though it's clearly been machined, even these valves, they look new. I mean, this engine has definitely been rebuilt. The pistons, pardon me, the pistons are new. All the gaskets were new, everything. But when we took the head off, we noticed, now I've cleaned it up with some WD-40, but around here there was stained corrosion from what appeared to be stained coolant. It wasn't a lot, but it was just splattered around this particular cylinder. So that's the front of the motor. 2, 3, 4. So cylinder number 4. But I was just cleaning the surface of the head here, and I don't know if you can see this, but now I'm no engine expert, but just looking down there, I don't know if you can see that looks like a crack just across there. Now, I can't even really feel it with my finger because it's being machined. Now, I don't know if that's a problem or not, but I also noticed on the gasket, which would go this way, if I flip it over right at that point, there's all this crud built up underneath that area. So I don't know if under pressure, because that crud lines up with this crack, if this has been forcing coolant, small amounts of coolant under there, or what, I really don't know. I'll probably still have to take this head into a machine shop just to get them to look at it, because they might be able to weld that. And if they do, obviously it means refacing the whole head again. But yeah, otherwise the rest of this is just beautiful. It's yeah, someone has spent a lot of money on this. But I just want to get that investigated before we put it all together. So we've just come to HM Engines, dropped off the cylinder head, and they showed us on the gaskets to show them where the head gasket was. So that crud there, they reckon that was just garbage. It was fell onto the head, and they put the whole thing together without cleaning that off. That's what's caused that, and it's probably caused the leak. So anyway, they're going to pressure test it, and give us a call when it's done. Now, like I said earlier, this engine, as you heard on the earlier video, has got a knock down the bottom end. I've just checked all the, I've checked for play in the connecting rods. Now, you know, they've got a little bit of movement. I think that's normal. There's nothing excessive. It's about the same for all of them. I've checked all of them. But as I spun the crank around, I just want you to pay attention to when this connecting rod for number, what is it, 654, when it goes around past the oil pickup. See if you can hear this sound. Hear that? That knock, knock, knock. So, pull this out. Now, I could be wrong. This may not be what the knocking noise is at all, but this looks pretty sus. So I'll get the oil pickup out, clean it off. If you have a look down here, that's been getting smacked around. All around there. It seems to be okay around there. But that's been bashed around there. Now I'm going to take a guess and say that's what's causing it, because when we look at this, have a look at the engine. I mean, these pistons look brand new. The block, as you've seen on the other side, has been machined. The head's been machined. I don't think there's anything wrong with any bearings. I think what we're going to do is take a chance, get new gaskets, put this thing back together, put it back in the car, fingers crossed, no more knock.
See if we fix it.
Yep. Alright, so just got the piston back up for number, what did we say it was? Number 4.
Yep.
And you have a look at that nut, that's been ground. So I'd say this is the culprit. This has been knocking against the oil pickup tube, and that's the cause of the knock. Yeah, I suppose eventually over time it would have stopped because it would have just worn bits of metal away, but it would have been dropping metal fragments in here. So, you know, leave a comment if you like, if you don't think that's what it could be, but I'm pretty sure that's evidence, because no other nut has got that kind of wear on it. It's just that one, and there's wear on the tube. You can have a look back here, it's all mangled back there. So I'm going to take this out and fit it back in so that it clears, but I might put some Loctite at the end of it and make sure it doesn't turn over time.